Well, hi, Scorpios. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. For our Scorpios, what can you expect coming up in your life, Scorpios? Ooh, and any advice is more than welcome for our Scorpios weekly reading. Oh, there you are as the King of Cups, water sign. Gosh, got a lot of cards here. Let's see what we do have for Scorpios. I put them down in the same order that they come out of the deck. Well, the Knight of Pentacles surrounds your entire reading. That is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. Very tediously slow. Got extra cards. I only need one more card for the rest of your reading. So I have the Knight of Pentacles here, surrounding your entire reading. Looks like the horse is just standing there, doesn't it? But it's moving. There's barely one foot in front of the other. And so it's moving very, very slow. And it's bringing a pentacle. This is a pentacle for security, stability, groundedness. This could be for commitment. So you're still waiting. If this is surrounding your entire reading, let's see if it's coming in. Otherwise, why is it in the center of your reading, right? Let's read. I got the High Priestess here. High Priestess is in your highest energy. This is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing. It says, pull back that pomegranate curtain. Pay attention to what yourself is telling you. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Listen to yourself, okay? So your intuitions run high. You have a lot of answers right within yourself. These are the two strongest energy cards in your whole reading. So if you just listen to yourself, you have a lot of the answers on why that pentacle has not come in yet. And maybe whatever your questions might be, you have a lot of those answers. I have the Chariot right next to the High Priestess and right above the Knight of Pentacles. This is the card for Cancer, so Cancer might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this is all about moving forward. Okay, all I have to do is snap those reins. Those sphinxes there can get up and book pretty fast. So you will be moving forward. If you're wondering how, when, why, whatever it is, you have a lot of those answers. You will be moving forward, and it's going to be when you decide to snap those reins. You're being breadcrumbed. That's why the Knight of Pentacles is not coming in. So the Six of Pentacles is all about being breadcrumbed. You know, just somebody feeding a relationship the bare necessities of just trying to keep it afloat. And it throws your scales way off balance. As you notice, one person's getting the crumbs and the other is not. That's way off balance. So that's called breadcrumbing. And so that will keep the Knight of Pentacles from coming in. Okay. I have the Hangman under the High Priestess and right next to the Knight of Pentacles. The Hangman is a very spiritual card. So you have two. The High Priestess is spiritual. This is about not moving. There's no movement. But during this time period where there's no movement, you're becoming enlightened about a few things. Enlightened, all right? And so this is a very healing card. Enlightenment is wonderful. About this pentacle. About why aren't you in a committed and solid and stable relationship, that's grounded. You're getting it. You're starting to figure it out. You're being enlightened. I have the Ace of Wands next to the Knight of Pentacles and under the Six of Pentacles. That's about a fresh start, new beginning. And that wand is blooming and blossoming. I need to figure out this is with whoever it is we're talking about or with someone else. I have the Six of Cups under the Hangman. This is the Soulmate card. I think this is someone you've known. Oh, this is a past relationship. Somebody you knew in earlier college years or before, but yeah, they weren't stepping up to the plate. They were breadcrumbing the relationship. But I think it looks like they're coming back in because it's right next to the Three of Cups. So they're coming back in for a fresh start and a new beginning. This is later on. This is later in life. It's a happy reunion with someone you've already known. This is why you need to go inside and try to figure things out. This is why you need to decide whether or not to move forward with this soulmate that's coming back in. I have the Two of Cups next to the Three of Cups and under the Ace of Wands. Now, this person you have remained friends with, okay, and you may be trying again, or this can be just a friends with benefits, but this is another soulmate card with love. But friends come first here, okay, with this card. So it feels to me like this person, it could be both, that they treated this relationship, because it looks like as a friends with benefits at one point earlier in life, probably, you know, with the Six of Cups. That's younger years. And I feel like, and I know they come back in, and it is a happy reunion, you know. You might be somebody you remain friends with. You could go out to clubs, or you could go out or reconnect at a barbecue, a birthday party, or something like that with this card here. So I feel like until they come in with this offer, this reunion, I feel like they haven't been in your life, and they're going to show back up. And it might be, like I say, at some sort of friendly gathering. Let's see what else comes up. See if I can get more clear on what's going on here. Need one more card for this reading for Scorpios. There it is right there. That's the Tower card. Oh. Okay, so I've got the Ten of Cups up here next to the Six of Pentacles. Now, this is... you loved this person and you had high hopes for a relationship before with this person. You wanted the Ten of Cups. You wanted the equal exchange of love, and you were getting the Six of Pentacles. You wanted to get married to this person. It's right next to the Empress. They've even had their baby, you know, with the Empress being right next to that. But the Empress, this is your energy. This is Libra or Taurus that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the Empress here, male or female, they're all male or female. The Empress is kind, thoughtful, generous, loving, supportive, you know, giving. If you're a parent, you're a really good parent. Whoever you move forward with has to have a lot of these same qualities. That's, you know, in a young relationship, and I feel like it was young before, people have not developed fully, you know. They don't really know what they want until they've experienced more life. And I feel like you run into them later in life. Next to the Empress here now, if this is your reading. Okay, so, you know, these are general readings. If it doesn't resonate, I check your moon sign, because that's your private and emotional self. Or maybe get a private reading from somebody that you trust. I have the Ten of Wands next to the Empress. Been a burden. It's been a burden being the Empress to start with, because how do you find the right person to move forward with when you have so many beautiful qualities? There's not a lot of people out there that have all the qualities that you do. Please excuse the dog that's barking out there. But the Ten of Wands, the burden, you're going to put it down. You're putting it down. There's no 11. So, and see how hunched over this figure is. They're going to start dropping those wands, whether it's one by one or all at once. Under the Cups, I have the Page of Cups. And this is next to the Ace of Wands. So you have this reconnection. They're like, hey, let's start over. Let's get to know each other all over again. And they apologize for their behavior, you know, earlier, which is fine. They were immature with the Page of Cups. There's a Fish in a Cup, so Pisces could be strong in someone's chart around this reading. So I feel like there is an apology that they come forward with. It's next to the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is under the Empress. This is the card for success in love. Yeah, you better get an apology if you want success in this relationship. And you do get it. So I feel like, you see all these people here with wands coming up in the background? These are people celebrating your success in love with this person. And the wreath that's here, that's about engagement. So you might end up in a really long-term relationship with this person. You have been in a long-term relationship with this person once before, and we're seen as a couple. And then you reunite also. But next to the King of Cups, the King of Cups, this is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. This is your reading, Scorpio. You still love this person. Look at that big cup of love. You never fell out of love. That was a burden to carry. That's why you're still available, because you never fell out of love. Oh gosh. So you were holding that cup very close to yourself with the King of Cups. That's a big cup. Not handing it out. That was a burden. It's under the King of Wands. Well, you're going to be dropping that burden. I have the Three of Wands under the Page of Cups and next to the Two of Cups. This is you. I think you waited a long time wondering if they'd ever return. You waited for your ship to come in. You've always felt like they were your ship. They are a soulmate. You've never forgotten about them. Wow. And you run into them. I think your ship comes in. You're holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You got the Ace of Wands right here. And it's right under the Page of Cups and next to the Two of Cups. I think they treated this relationship as a friends with benefits before. They were immature. I can see that all over the place in this reading. But the years have passed. I have the Page of Pentacles next to the Three of Wands and under the Six of Wands. So the Page of Pentacles is like the beginnings of a relationship, but you're taking this pentacle now, and you're looking at it as if it's a crystal ball. And you're trying to figure out, can this be a solid and secure relationship moving forward? Can it be grounded? Can it be committed? Is this the Knight of Pentacles coming in? You're really trying to analyze this whole situation because you had a Tower moment here. And this is, you've been pulling back that love for a long time, not handing it out. It's been a kind of a burden because it hasn't allowed you to have a real relationship with someone else. And you really need to figure this one out because there was a Tower moment between you and this person before. It could have all ended in a big fight somehow over something. So this is still on your mind. You still, know that. You still carry some of that. But it's like you're still in love. It ended, but you're still in love. I'm going to take out an angel card. You need advice. I'm going to take out an angel card. I'm doing for everybody anyway. For Scorpios, what else is it that they need to know? Any advice here? They do not have to do with the reading. Whatever it is that they have to say, you just go with it. Scorpios, please. Hey Scorpios, pull you out a card. Find your card in here. There. It's the Two of Abundance. I'm going to read this card to you. Life be feeling a little out of balance right now. You could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your dream career. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings success. So this is about your work. So you might have something going on there. So Scorpios, there's a lot here for you. And thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.